Let's get us travelers, Assistant Vice President, Cyber Risk Management. It is Rehman Khan. Hello, sir. How you doing today?
Doing fabulous, Dinner. Thanks for having me again. It's always a pleasure connecting with you and attending the show. So thank you for having me.
Well, as you saw, I kicked off the show. We went through the top issues in trucking according to carriers, and I sort of went off that health and theft weren't on there. But here's one for you. Cybersecurity wasn't on there either, and it's Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. And at Travelers, cybersecurity, even as a product, and as our customers are dealing with this more and more. Naturally, we are also concerned, and public-facing knowledge dispersion is definitely a something that we take a lot of pride in. At Travelers, we actually also conduct a annual risk survey. And the risk survey is around business concerns, what organizations are seeing and what they're concerned with, and how, let's see, how do they respond. So if I may share some stats, with our recent publication of the survey, business leaders across different industries responded, and 62% of the survey respondents say that they worry about some sort of cyber incident occurring. To make this conversation more in context, in preparation of the call, we dug in and we found out that there were 99 respondents from transportation industry, and they too echo the concern that cyber risk is definitely something that's going to be more and more relevant and more prevalent. And as we get into it, I'll share some more stats on what they have seen and what the transportation industry is dealing with in terms of cyber attacks.
Well, yeah, I mean, I look at the data myself, and you hear the new reports, and they always get worse and worse. So none of that really surprised me. I was more surprised they just weren't on that top 10 list. That's what I was surprised about. What did you find out, though? What do you got for me from what you guys were looking into?
Yeah. So what we're seeing is basically, first of all, the cyber, the index that we create, right? The risk index that is trying to capture all concerns, whether it's HR, personnel shortage, artificial intelligence, technology, what have you. So we see everything. And basically, cyber last year on that list was number 6. This year it climbed up 1. So this year it came back at number 5. What we are seeing is that 65% of the respondents within the transportation industry basically said that cyber is a major concern for us, and we acknowledge it, and we are trying our level best to deal with it and put in the controls. This is actually 9 points higher than reported in 2023, because last year it was reported at number 6, and only 56% of the respondents said that they are very concerned about it in a serious fashion. 64% of the respondents also said that we are concerned not just with cyber breaches or cyber attacks, we are also concerned with improper disclosure or disclosure of business relevant or very business critical information to non-authorized personnel. And that is typically pointing towards the human element within the business organization. So we are concerned that we might have an insider threat. So this is very promising, and this is definitely headed in the right direction. Adding to the fact that 27% of the companies that responded said that they have been, unfortunately, a victim of the attack over the last 12 months. Really? And this is doubled. So I echo the feeling that cyber should have been on your list. And we're seeing the 27% respondents saying that they have been victimized over the last 12 months. This is doubled, by the way, from the previous year, where only 14% said that, hey, we have been part of a cyber attack. So I think the overall industry recognition of cyber concerns, over time will definitely grow and it will mature. But the fact that 65% of the respondents said very loud and clearly, we see it, we understand, it is a concern, and we would like to do more about it, is definitely promising.
Yeah, some of these scams are pretty obvious. You can call them out easily. Right before I came on air, I got a text saying my UPS package, they needed me to update my information. Obvious kind of scam. But what are you seeing? Give us the inside scoop. What should we be looking out for?
So That's a great question. And what's surprising to me, someone who deals with like a lot of your black hat hacking and advanced technology and etc. Um, looking at, depending on how you look at it, fortunately or unfortunately, the attack vectors, how they're um, victimizing victims and industry, those attack vectors are still very manageable. They're very easy to recognize. For example, some of the patterns that we're seeing are business email compromise. Someone sends you an email, you end up clicking on it, or you end up playing into the idea that, hey, I am so and so. I am trying to reach the finance department. Here's an invoice. I have not been able to reach your CFO, but could you please help me out because we're struggling on our end. We would like to pay our bills. Could you please, pay this invoice? And finance department would end up paying the invoice out, right? So business email compromise. Second one is social engineering fraud or social engineering attacks. This is basically someone reaching out with ill intentions naturally and saying that, hey, could you please forward the funds or transfer the funds? And we are more than welcome to verify our identity. Go ahead and give me a call at this number. Here's my cell number. And people would mistakenly call the cell number instead of calling an established chain of command or communication path, pre-established, pre-vetted, that, hey, I'm going to send you an email. Could you respond to it? Kind of like how we occasionally see our OTP when logging into our bank accounts. That one-time password would always come to your cell phone instead of you providing at the time of authentication that, hey, can you send me a one-time password, right? So the attack vectors remain very basic. Now, regardless of the industry, globally we are seeing advents in deepfakes, which is basically artificial intelligence, right? So an attack vector that is starting to emerge more and more on the scene is called the deepfakes. And deepfakes is basically, for instance, imagine you and I are talking, we have met before, you know what I look like, what I sound like. All I need to do as an attacker is record Dooner or Rehman and type out a script and tell artificial intelligence to replicate the voice and the face and the expressions and the way the face moves, etc., and be able to replicate a human being, but totally command and drive how they respond.
Yeah.
In real life scenario, what we're seeing is a CFO or CEO of the company being replicated. They call their CFO, their finance person, and simply say, hey, listen, I'm on a trip. Could you please transfer the money? I need it. I need you to do it. I authorize it.
Yeah.
Now, the respondent could turn around and say, could you turn your face, camera on? I really want to identify who you are. Okay, sure. Meet me on Zoom. All right. And from that point on, that whole AI factor kicks in. The facial replication kicks in, and that's where the deepfakes are just taking over the whole hacking scene. Where
we're in big trouble, Rehman. They can just take this podcast, man. They already got us recorded. They got some video. Now, we're running short on time. I only have about 90 seconds, 2 minutes left. So tell me about some of the coverages, though. How can I protect myself?
Yeah, for sure. So some of the things Travelers offers is I'll just basically bucketize these things in 3 different buckets, right? And simplify the conversation. We have pre-breach. If you're a customer, you have a policy. Pre-breach is basically before you get into any kind of trouble. We offer cyber readiness assessments. So you reach out, you talk to me, one of my colleagues, my peers within the organization. We also will walk through your program and we'll confirm what those security controls are, the efficacy of those controls, and basically whether they're effective or not. We have a security coach line. You can call us at any time as a policyholder. We will talk to you. We'll tell you exactly what you have in coverage and how best to get through a situation if you do get into any kind of trouble in the future. We have cybersecurity awareness training, so you don't have to pay someone to come in and train your employees. We have those training videos ready for you to grab them and plug them into your learning management system.
Excellent.
Post-breach, in the event you have been breached, we have legal counsel and defense services. We have digital forensics teams that will come in and basically walk through your environment, tell you exactly how it happened and how to prevent it in the future, and crisis management, which is in the event you have an issue, who should be talking to the press, who should be talking to legal, who do you call, someone with a clear head and a very good understanding of the ground reality, and they will walk you through. And last but not the least, we have this thing called the betterment coverage, which is basically in the event you are breached, the coverage will basically provide a one-time improvement of your current systems. As part of the coverage, we'll come in and we'll say, hey, this system was weak to begin with. We would like for you to be improved.
Everyone go to travelers.com. Go check out this coverage. Thank you so much for your time today.
Appreciate the opportunity. Always a pleasure meeting you. Take care.
Take care.